Hey, okay, let me know if you can hear me. I am painting a sunset and answering some paint party questions. So really the goal is if you don't have money to teach a paint party, and you're wondering how can you go teach a paint party for free, what I want you to do is think about how many paintbrushes you have in your art studio. So for example, everybody right now, put how many brushes you have in your art studio. Or if you don't even have an art studio, how many paintbrushes do you own? Okay. So I want to see in the comments, is it 1? Is it 0? Do you have 3 paintbrushes? Do you have 30 paintbrushes? Do you have 100 paintbrushes? Okay. Can you hear me okay? Let me know if you can. The reason I ask how many paintbrushes, and I want you to look at everybody else's numbers, because you're going to see everything from 30 paintbrushes to 10 to 100 to a zillion, right? You're going to see every single number of paintbrushes. Now, I want you to remember that because we are crafters, I used to kind of avoid, oh, thank you so much. I used to kind of avoid this term, but I've realized it's who I am. And I'm just going to own it. I am an art hoarder. Any other art hoarders in the house? Art Hoarders Anonymous, right? I am an art hoarder. Yeah, Joan has 300-ish, right? I have hundreds, probably into the thousands of paintbrushes. And the thing about crafters is that we get very attached to our paintbrushes, to our paint supplies. And what happens is we don't ever get rid of them. So if you're with me and you understand this dilemma that we are in, yes, I see some other art hoarders, right? We are art hoarders. And I just want you to know that the faster we accept this fact about us, the faster that we can embrace this fact, and the faster that we can utilize this fact for good. So what I mean by that is an art hoarder can easily teach a paint party, their first paint party, for free to somebody in their community because they have brushes literally sitting there, right? Oh, I just saw Tammy say, I use my brushes for resin work. Yeah, because we can't get rid of it. So we will find a reason. We will find a way to use. Oh, Piper, my dog. Hold on. Piper. Hey, Piper, place. Piper. Piper. No, please. Hey. Hey. Oh, she's a mess, y'all. Okay, we've been trying to train her, but she loves the Amazon man. Oh, Pixie, thank you. Will you take this puppy? Will you take her? I'm live right now. Okay, so so we have lots of things. We are art hoarders, and I realized once I kind of just embrace that and stop trying to fight it, I was able to utilize that skill for good. And here's the coolest part. When you teach paint parties, all art supplies is a write-off. Isn't that crazy? We get to write off glitter. Like, how freaking cool is that? We get to write off glitter. We get to have so much fun. And I just think I have the best job. I love it so much. I mean, I'm sitting here on whatever day it is, a weekday, painting an ocean and getting to talk about fun stuff with you. So in honor of our 7th year, we have Paint Party headquarters open to the public. So I'm very, very excited. Oh, I hope you're okay, Kathy. I hope you're okay. Oh my gosh. And let's see, Pixie to the rescue. Yes, Glenda, she came to help. So I want to show you when you sign up for Paint Party headquarters, you're going to get the lookbook mailed to you, a copy mailed to you. And these are some of our tutorials that you'll be able to instantly get access to. This is one right here that I'm kind of working on, kind of something similar. I'll actually open that up so I can kind of look at it while I'm doing this. But anyway, so I'm going to go to, who was it? Dolores. She had a question about what about the fear of failure? Oh, okay. I love this question. The reason why is because, I'm going to use a little yellow. Oh man, it didn't shake enough and I got all the goo. The fear of failure. Now here is why I love this topic, okay? This topic is so important. Oh my gosh, 5 years, Tammy. You've been with us for 5 years. That is so exciting. And by the way, if you've been with Paint Party Headquarters, make sure you do a hashtag PPHQ and let me know how long you've been with us. I absolutely love everything there is to do with paint parties. I love that it changes families' lives. I love that it helps you get out of debt. I love that we get to make money being creative. I mean, does it have hard times? Does it have times when there's challenges? Of course. However, when you really just stop and think about it, we get to paint and make money. It's the craziest thing. We get to paint and make money. So I always have to just stop and count my blessings and be thankful because that's just insane. It's just so cool. I am not sure about the sun. What do y'all think? I'm not sure about this sun setting situation. Maybe I'll throw some of this in. Maybe it'll make me feel a little better. I don't know what it is, but I'm not loving it. Okay. So fear of failure. Now, one of the things I want to kind of challenge you on, somebody challenged me on this years ago. Okay. Somebody challenged me on this years ago. I don't know what I'm doing. Hold on. I got to regroup. Let me take a step back because I don't know. I'm going to get some baby wipes because I am messing up, y'all. I'm messing up. Okay. So right now I could have fear of failure and I could not do this at all in front of you and pretend like I got it all perfect. Or I could show you that this fear of failing right in front of you is okay. There may be a couple people on here that are judgy, but you know what? That says more about them than it says about me, right? Because I'm going to live my life. Do you know how many people are out there that are just living their life happy and there's somebody else over there secretly judging them? But guess what? They don't even know. I am sure there are people that watch my videos judging me all the freaking time. I don't even know about it. I'm just living my life happy. And then they're the ones that are bringing, a bunch of negativity. So you got to remember, who cares what other people think? I know that sounds harsh, but after many, many years of caring what people think, I finally got to a place in my life where I realized that I wanted to live my life. I wanted to share God's love through art and to create and to have fun and to be joyful. I just learned that that's the life I wanted to live. And I wasn't going to dwell in all the negativity. And so, I just chose, every day I choose that, even if it was going to be hard sometimes. I'm not saying just because you choose to be positive doesn't mean you're not going to have hard days or hard times. However, I do realize that if we don't take action through fear, what happens is we live life based on other people's wants or desires. Okay? What I mean by that is, if you're not taking action through fear, what'll happen is you'll start just going along with whatever everybody else is doing. Now, I've done that before in my life. I've kind of just went the path, did what I thought I was supposed to do. And then I realized that I had to start listening to people who had the life that I wanted to live. So that doesn't mean I'm telling you to never listen to your parents or your grandparents or your kids or your friend. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if you are trying to learn how to be debt free, you need to listen to somebody like Dave Ramsey, right? If you're trying to learn how to ride motorcycles, you're not going to listen to me. You'll listen. Bobby has been riding motorcycles since he was 4 years old. Like, the boy can ride a motorcycle, a dirt bike, anything. You want to listen to somebody who has experience. You want to listen to somebody who is living a life that you want to live. If you have somebody, and I've had this before, I'll have even a family member who they have good intentions, but they are not taking any risk. They're playing everything safe. And yes, that is fine for some, but I know as an artist and a creative, for me, it would kill me. It would kill me to not ever take risk, to not ever know what could have been, right? And that's why I'm putting myself out there today and taking, hopefully this will be a pretty painting that I can take to the Dave Ramsey Solutions, their headquarters, and present the gazelle as a collaboration, and also the debt-free scream on a cruise that they had done last year. So, so I'm doing something scared in front of y'all. Literally, they could totally reject me today and be like, they could throw it away in my face, right? Like, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to take action through fear to show you that it's not going to kill me. It's going to just make me stronger as a person, as a leader, as a business owner. All of that is going to make me stronger. So I want you to do something for me. Somebody taught me this, and let's see in here, how many of you have taken action through fear, even though you were scared? Okay. Do a heart, or do a yes, or do a number 1 if you have done that. And then I want you to also state, let me know if you have ever taken action through fear, and then on the other side of it, you were happy you did it, even though you were scared. I know some of the biggest things, the biggest moves I've ever made in my career, the biggest obstacles, moving from freaking Texas to Tennessee, where, we have no family here. Just that obstacle alone was so fun, but it was also terrifying. It was scary. I'm starting over, right? We've been here about 2 months now, but totally starting over. And so many things like that. So I want you to let me know if you have done that. Okay. Read the motorcycle post. What is that? Joe once I took one from a garage sale. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you're crazy. Oh my gosh, you're so funny. Okay, so I'm going to add a few details in the back, and then we're going to add our palm trees. Okay, so let me know if you have taken risk, and then on the other side of risk, was it something you were thankful you did? Okay, so I'm going to take some black paint, and I'm just going to put a line right here. And I'm doing 3 canvases on 1. So what I would like for you to do this week, this is my challenge to you. Are you ready for a challenge? Dun, dun, dun. Okay, if you're ready for a challenge, here's my challenge to you. I want you to, I'm just going to put a few little mountains here so it looks like islands. I want you to make fast decisions this week. This will help train your brain to make fast decisions for your paint party business. So what I mean by that is, for example, if you're going out to eat this week, I want you to make a fast decision on where you're going to eat. So a lot of times, if me and my husband and Pixie are going to dinner, we'll go, okay, where do we want to go? And then immediately we're all just like, oh, well, we don't want this, or, oh, we don't want that, or, oh my gosh, we don't want this, or, oh, like before you know it, it's like, man, just eat cereal. Like, literally just eat cereal. It'll be fine, right? But the thing about it is that if you make decisions fast in the simple things, what am I going to wear today? What am I going to do? Like all of those things. If you make decisions fast, then what's going to happen is when it comes to your business decisions or things that you're doing that are normally really scary, you'll start to make those decisions fast too. And as you train your brain to do that, you'll notice that so many people run on autopilot, or unfortunately, they don't make any decisions at all. And that's the sad part for me, is because you see people that have so much potential and have so many dreams, and then they don't do them because they're scared of failure, right? Or they're scared of what could happen. So I want to challenge you to make decisions fast. So what time is it? Is it close to lunch or dinner? Whatever time is it, what are you going to eat for dinner tonight? Okay? Make a decision. Whether it's a sandwich at home, cereal at home, or you're going out to eat. Everybody put it in the comments what you're eating for dinner tonight. Make it quick, in less than 3 seconds. And notice, are you a fast decision maker or are you a slow decision maker? Which one are you? Did you notice kind of quickly that, oh, maybe I'm a little bit of a slower decision maker than I thought? And that's okay. It's okay. It's better to start to notice this about you so that then you can start practicing. Okay, so let me know. Where are you going to? Oh, ribs. Benita's having ribs. Yum. Oh my gosh. Now I'm going to be hungry because I'm going to read all of your stuff. C says, I did the first party and found I feed off of others when teaching. It was exciting. Oh, that is wonderful. Carrie has leftovers. What's the leftovers? I want to know. And meatloaf, Cheryl. That sounds so good. Rice bowl with veggies, Anna says. Look at y'all making choices fast. Steak and rice, yum. Egg cheese bagel, yum. That sounds good, Marie. Oh my gosh, yes. Write all of those down. Something at my paint party. Let's see. Setting the example for I almost said egg, cheese, and bagel into one. For my painters. Hey, Joan, that is smart. Buy something from the bar and be eating it while you're not while they're coming in, but so they remember to order something. And Debbie says barbecue pork chops. Oh my gosh, I love all of that. Eating out with her friend Samantha. So make sure you're picking all of that. Here's the thing that is so important about this is as you get better and better and faster at actually making decisions, you will do that for your business too. And you'll do it for your life. So here's a funny story. I got to talk about Hobby Lobby for a second. All right. Do you want to hear the Hobby Lobby story? So last week, me and Pixie were headed to the paint party. I realized that I didn't have any white paint. I had like this much white paint, barely any. Oh, Irene, you have at Michael's getting ready for a market vendor event. Oh, that's awesome. Good luck. I hope you sell a ton. That's awesome. So we go into Hobby Lobby after we stopped at a Walgreens because, fun fact, Walgreens does sell acrylic paint online. They sell acrylic paint online. And they do sell a craft paint. Sometimes you can find them in their stores, but not very often. Anyway, so here we are trying to get to this paint party and get some white craft paint. We run into the store. We find the white paint. Never been to this Hobby Lobby before. So I'm, looking around, getting squirreled. So many things are happening. Then we get to the registers. There's 3 registers opened and there's lines so long at every single register. So I'm trying to get to this party that I had last week and I didn't want to be late. So I told Pixie, I said, hey, you wait in that line. I'm going to wait in this line. And then we're going to see who gets to the place first. And then whoever does will go jump in the other person's line. Has anybody else done this? Am I the only one that does this? Time is money. Time is money. So I'm sitting there and I'm just like, okay, we can do this. Like, we'll make it. We'll still have time. I wanted to make sure we had time to go get a coffee or whatever, right? Like, You know, I love my coffee. So all of this is happening, and I'm going to switch now to a smaller brush. I've been using the 1-inch brush the whole time. So I'm going to switch to a smaller. So while all this is happening, I'm just sitting there and the line is not moving. And I'm just like, what is going on? What is happening here? And so when I get to the front, there's one lady in front of me. And so I'm starting to call over to Pixie, and I'm like, oh, y'all do 5 lines. That's hilarious. I am so happy I'm not alone, Glenda. That makes me so happy. So as I'm sitting there, I'm about to be next, and the lady in front of me has this really cute purse. Well, the register lady says, oh, I love your purse. This lady had an entire basket full of stuff, and she stops picking it up to put it on the counter to then turn with her purse and tell an entire story about how her husband got her this purse for the special reason. It was a lovely story. Don't get me wrong. However, she could not grab her paint and tell the story at the same time. So some of you may freak out when I stop painting for a second to tell the story, but I wanted to get the point across that she stopped taking stuff out of her basket to tell the entire story. And I am not saying this was like a small, like took half a second action. I'm saying it was so sloth-like that I hope y'all get my humor. If not, you're going to think I'm a mean person. But it was so sloth-like that I literally looked at Pixie and said, wait, don't come over. Like she's across and she's reading my lips. And I'm like, wait, not yet. Wait, not yet. Because she literally was going so slow, showing her purse. And then finally she starts to go back and put stuff in her cart, from her cart to the register. I am dying. I'm like, I still need to go get coffee. I still need to unload. I still need to get everything ready for the paint party. Like I'm nervous because again, it's the first paint party in this new state. So I'm like, well, actually I've done a paint party at Dollywood. So I have done a Tennessee paint party, which, Dollywood. We got to go back to Dollywood one day. Oh, it's on my list. So anyway, so I'm just dying. And then I start to, and again, there's no music. I don't know what's going on with Hobby Lobby, but get the playlist going. Like there's no music. It is literally like, and again, it is hard to be depressed in a craft store. Very, very hard. But I was just like, what is going on? I feel like I'm going to like my last days. It was just this weird, eerie, slow feeling. And I walk outside and I'm finally like able to like walk at a normal speed. Like, you know, there's life again, you know, and I'm just like, and I look at Pixie and I'm like, is it just me or was that so sloth-like? And she's like, yes, what was going on? And I'm like, I don't know, but these people literally are living a fourth of a life that the normal person is living, like a fourth. And I say this because it reminds me that we get to choose. We get to choose how we want to spend our time. Do we want to spend it in the slow lane, which is totally great? That may be where you're at in life. You want to be in the slow lane. You want to be, you know, just chilling. You want to just have your, you know, music going and painting and not a care in the world. I'm with you. Like, this is the first house I've ever lived in where retirement was not a bad word. Like, I've always thought retirement was not a good word. And this is the first place I've ever been where I can go, oh, I get the allure of retirement. I understand now why people would want to retire. So I get that. If you're in that stage, if you're in that phase of life, more power to you. And I am so proud of you and so happy that you are in that stage of life. I am not in that stage of life. I am in the life where, you know, I have to make money. I have to make money for my family. I have to teach parties. I have to create. And I'm very, 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 let me repeat, very thankful that the way I get to make money involves a paintbrush. You have no idea how thankful I am to God that that is the way that I get to make money for my family, is through a paintbrush. It's so cool. So with all that being said, it just got me thinking. It's like we get to choose. And if we don't like the way our day is going, then let's think about it. What can we choose to do? You could literally go to Hobby Lobby, maybe one that has more upbeat music and a little bit of a faster checkout system. But you could run to Hobby Lobby or Michael's and go grab some colors, or grab the paintbrushes you have in your art studio right now, or in your art spot right now. And you could paint this and literally go live just like I'm doing right now and show people that you might want to teach a paint party, or who's interested, or if you're nervous about that, because I know that's kind of a bigger step. What if you just painted a simple silhouette palm tree painting just like this, and then you taught it to a friend or family member? What if, right? What if? And if you're scared of the fear of rejection, remember, your friend Heidi, your BFF, is headed to Dave Ramsey to present to him an idea, which I'm sure he will not talk to me, but to present an idea to his team that I could possibly get totally rejected for. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay knowing that. I'm okay going in that it's not going to kill me. It's going to make me stronger. So I just want to remind you that no matter what stage of business you're in, what stage of life you're in, you still have the opportunities to choose. You still have the opportunities to choose how you want to handle that day. Choose how you want to handle a grumpy kid or a grumpy spouse, right? Like, choose how you want to handle maybe yourself. Maybe you've been grumpy for a lot of years. And those of you that are new to me probably won't believe this, but I've told this story before. I used to be the most negative person. So negative that Bobby once said, he said, and we've been married almost 30 years now. This summer will be 28, yeah. So we've been married a long time, but he used to say, he would go, you would complain if you won the cash option of the lottery. Like, you would complain. And I was like, what? And after he said it a few times, I was like, oh my gosh, I really do. I talk so negatively. I didn't realize how negative I spoke about everything. You could tell me this was the cutest shirt you've ever seen, and I'd be like, oh, thank you. I got it for Goodwill and I only paid 5 cents. Like, immediate, like, how dare I, like, value, you know what I mean? Like, how dare I put value on anything? Like, it was just this crazy way of living. And it was not healthy. It was not a good example for my daughter. It was not a good example. It was not healthy for me to live like that. But I did for many, many years. And I started realizing, like, okay, I don't have to be like that. I don't have to have this mentality of I'm not deserving of everything, of anything. I'm not deserving of anything. And you may be in that. And I just want to let you know. So this Sunday we went, one of my favorite things. Oh, thank you, Barbara. I have not been live in forever. So I am so happy y'all are here. Thank you so much for being here. This Sunday we went to church for Mother's Day. My wish was that Bobby and Pixie would take me to Nashville Life. Now, Nashville Life Church is CC Winans. I don't know if I'm saying it right. CC Winans or CC Winans is her son preaches there, and I don't know if it's her church or how it is, exactly. But anyway, so I went 2 years ago with my friend Casey Hope. Now, we went, and it was a life-changing experience. It was the first time I had ever raised my hands to praise. And it felt so good and so powerful, and just the Holy Spirit, and just so, so, so good. Like, I'd never done that before. And it was so good, in fact, that we went to the car and I looked at Casey and I said, can we do it again? Can we go back to the next service? Cause I was just like, in heaven. I was in heaven and I'm just like, I can't believe this. And so I changed, she had a shirt in the car and I was like, can I change shirts? Cause I had like this bright orange shirt on and I was like, she's going to notice that I came back, and Cece was preaching that day and she was talking about the power of praise. And so I, changed shirts and then we went back for round 2. Like that's how good it was. And it was still like unbelievable. Like the Holy Spirit just be able to raise hands and worship and just this feeling of like, man, God is so good and God is so big and just so many cool things came from that. So 2 years goes by and we're living in Nashville now. And Bobby and Pixie were asking, okay, what do you want for Mother's Day? And I said, I always say I want a handwritten card with just everything you love about me in it. And I make a big deal about it. And I literally just want a handwritten card. And they wrote me handwritten cards, which I'll show you. I'm not going to read them to you, but I am obsessed. So Pixie did this one and it's got awesome words in it. And then Bobby did this one with a chicken, I think, right? Like just so cool. And so, I love them so much. So I always say, I just want a handwritten card, not typed. I want it handwritten. And then I just love them. Like they know every Mother's Day, like that's my big wish. And then I said, and also I would love if y'all would go to Nashville Life with me. Well, I hadn't been in 2 years, just that one time with Casey. I go back and Cece is preaching again. I'm like, what are the odds that both times she's preaching? And so the worship starts and it is so powerful. There is something magical about and it's this beautiful old church and there's these like beautiful stained windows. Oh my gosh, y'all, it is raining. And I live in this house now that it feels like I'm in a freaking fairy tale. It feels like I'm in a tree house, even though there's ticks, it's okay. But, it's so beautiful. There's, the trees. Let me see if you can see. Every window is floor to ceiling and it started raining. So I can see out this window while I'm filming. I can hear the rain talking about praising God. And, it's just life doesn't get much better than this, right? It's just, so cool. And so I was really nervous about, Bobby and Pixie because, there's a lot of raising hands in this church and, Bobby was raised more Baptist and I wasn't raised in church. And then Pixie, we go to a church where some people raise their hands, but not a lot. Well, in Texas, now we're looking for a new church. Anyway, so they start, they're raising hands, I'm raising my hands. And then this one part of the song, literally the whole church starts going 2 steps to the left, 2 steps to the right, 2 steps to the left. And so then I start doing it too, because I'm like, I'm here for it, right? Like I'm praising God, like, let's do this. And Bobby said after church, he's like, I didn't know why, but this girl on the right just like kept hitting me and I didn't know what she was doing. I was like, we were all moving like you're supposed to move. But anyway, it was just so cool. It was like this feeling of just praising in unity. I don't know how to describe it other than I just hope that's one of the feelings we have in heaven. Like I love it. So anyway, so during her sermon, she talked about, how mothers and how, caregivers and how people, really like you want to have this confidence, but not just confidence in yourself, but confidence in your identity as a child of God. So she said, for example, like if you need somebody to always tell you you're cute, like, no, like your identity, you are the daughter or the son of God. Like you should have confidence knowing you're his, and you should have confidence knowing that you are loved, and don't let the enemy teach you that you are not good enough. Because the enemy is going to distract you. The enemy is going to use other people's posts or, even I could show you this beautiful thing talking about nature, but some of you may take that as, oh, it must be nice, right? Like don't let the enemy say things like that. Okay. That is not of God. Jealousy is not of God. Envy is not of God. I talked to, the other day I was telling Paint Party Headquarters this. I found myself scrolling Instagram and all of a sudden starting to compare. And I was like, why am I, I had this weird feeling. And I was like, why am I doing that? I literally love my life. But it's the enemy. The enemy can do that to us. He can do that with our families. He can do that with our friends. He can do that with people online. And I know this is a very, very, very long-winded answer to, to what I was talking about. But to circle back, and now that I'm almost finished with this painting, to circle back is I want you to really be careful with your words. Really be cautious about how you want to live your life. For example, the Hobby Lobby situation. I know I don't want to live my life a fourth of the life that other people are living. Not because of just, moving like a sloth, but also the energy of that. I want to have energy. I want to have excitement. I want to feel alive, right? I want to, go for a walk if it's, raining outside. I want to have those moments, but we have to choose to do it. We have to be disciplined. We have to get up and make it happen. If we want to be a painter, we gotta paint. If we want to live a creative life, we got to start doing that. I used to be a teacher for 10 years, and I also worked in corporate for 5 years doing spreadsheets and numbers. Y'all, I'm not good at math. It was not a good fit for me. It was sucking my soul. And now every day I get to wake up and paint and create and talk to cool business owners about painting and creating and making money through painting and creating. It is the best job ever. So with that, in honor of our 7th year, I want to just say, if you want to be a part of this, Paint Party Headquarters doors are open now. So if you want to learn and you want to get the lookbook where it can be delivered to you, you can immediately use it to start booking your parties. All of the paintings are ready to go. You're ready for fall. You're ready for Christmas. You're ready for summer. You're ready for all of it. You don't have to think about it. Everything is done for you. So if you want to utilize this just to make some extra money, to go on vacation, or you want to utilize this to make some friends, maybe you're living that sloth life. Maybe you're a little bored and you're like, let's spice it up. I would love to help you with that. So in honor of our 7 years, in honor of Mother's Day, we have the doors open, I believe, until Friday. And then they shut again until August. But here's what I like to share. Get ready, because you can make a ton between September, October, November, December. That's like our go season. You can still make money through all the other seasons, but definitely, oh my gosh, definitely through that season. So if you want to learn more about art and craft parties, make sure you check us out at Paint Party Headquarters, and I would love to help you. We have thousands of members in there from all over the world, and I can't wait to see what you do. All right. Bye, y'all.